All right, so this is the follow-along video of the routine that I posted the other day. Basically, since I didn't have anybody there to actually coach me and watch my form, watch the way that I was performing these exercises, I'm going to just play the video and critique it as I go along so that therefore I can play the video later as I'm working out, follow along with the video, and just listen to my voice so that I know what to look out for the next time that I work out. Okay, so here we go. All right, great. So here I am getting ready to perform my exercises. I'm setting my timer here on my computer. And the very first exercise is going to be the Bulgarian split squat. All right, we're going to check out the form here. Just getting ready, getting set up, and here we go. All right, good. Keeping that head straight, aligned with the back and my leg. Everything in a nice straight line. We're doing good. Leaning a little slightly forward, which is good. All right. There we go. Yeah, good. So, I mean, the form over here with this exercise is pretty good. All right, switching over and taking that 15-second rest to just transition. It's one of the things that I love about these exercises is that they challenge your balance as well. All right, so this looks pretty good too. Head is aligned with the rest of my upper back and my glute muscles, so we're looking good here. Leaning a little slightly forward, which is fine, which is good. You know, you want to lean a little slightly forward to also exercise a little bit your lower back without putting too much strain on there. Okay. All right, so now I'm transitioning to the next exercise, which is the one-legged Romanian deadlift. All right, let's see how we do here. All right, using the chair for balance. So one of the things that I notice right now is that I need to squeeze my glute a little bit more while still maintaining my body straight. You can kind of still see a small arch, but I can maximize that exercise if I just lift that leg a little bit by squeezing my glute, and make that exercise a little bit more effective that way. So. All right, so now I'm transitioning now to the other leg. Yeah, I mean, this is it's kind of tough, when you are trying to get back in shape, and the first 3 to 4 weeks is just stinks because you're so out of shape and you feel like you're going to die when you exercise. But after that, it starts to get better. Same thing with this other leg. If I can just squeeze my glute a little bit more and lift that leg a little bit more, I think I can maximize that exercise. So keep that in mind. Let's lift up that leg and try to be a little bit more aligned between your head and your leg. All right, so the next exercise is inverted rows. All right, so here we go. All right, looking good here. Notice how I try to be explosive on the way up, and I'm a little slower on the way down. So on the concentric part of the exercise, you just want to really be explosive, really try to lift yourself up as fast as you can, and just go a little bit slower down on the eccentric portion of the exercise. Definitely want to maximize your muscle gains by placing as much importance on the eccentric portion of the exercise. It's not just about lifting the weight, but it's also about controlling yourself on the way down. So here I am doing decline plyo push-ups. Again, it's okay. I do bend my knees a little bit too much here, I see. I think it's just because I'm tired. These plyo push-ups really take a lot out of you, and it's really challenging. Oh yeah, you could see there that I had to kind of like pause. Yeah, they take a lot out of you. All right. So now it's the you're going to plank and then knee to elbow. Let's see how I do here. Okay. Maybe a little bit too much rotation. Don't want to rotate that much. But I also see that I'm lifting my butt up a little bit too high. I think it's just that I'm tired. I'm a little bit out of shape. So that's just one of the things that you want to try to keep in mind when you're doing this exercise. Is just try to stay as straight as you can. A slight lift in your waist is probably natural, and you definitely don't want to rotate too much. I think I am rotating a little too much here. I want to try to just try to maintain my whole body as straight as possible. This is a really great exercise that's not only going to help develop your abs, but also is providing stability and strength in your core. All right, so that's it. I think I'm going to
rest for 1 minute.
Rest for 1.5 minutes. All right, so couple of notes. So basically what you're going to see me do here are a series of exercises, and that's going to be considered the first set of exercises. So you'll see me do that maybe about 2 to 3 times. It all depends on your fitness level and stuff. And then I'm going to do a second set of different exercises, and I'm also going to do that 2 to 3 times. And what I'm trying to accomplish here is a full body workout where I attack just about every part of my body, but there's also kind of like a very slight emphasis on core stability and strength. And I think you kind of can see a little bit of that with the Bulgarian split squat, for example, the one-legged Romanian deadlift as well, and the plank knee to elbow. Those are exercises that, not only is it training some of the other parts of your body, but you're also training your core, and that's what I'm looking for. I want to be able to do all of this and also strengthen my core at the same time. It helps me so much. So here's the second time that I'm doing these exercises. So again, very first one, Bulgarian split squat, starting with the right leg, and here we go. I do this exercise for about 30 seconds. Yeah, everything looks good here. Everything looks good here. I think that next time I am going to try to go a little lower, try to bring that leg, the upper part of my leg, somewhat more parallel. Now the good thing about doing it in this system here, where you kind of like bring your leg out a little bit further, more than normal, more than usual, is that you're also stretching your hip flexor. So you can kind of see here, you'll be stretching the hip flexor there, right above the right leg. All right, great. So now, one-legged Romanian deadlift. Oh no, here we go. Couldn't finish. All right, good. All right, one-leg Romanian deadlift. Yeah, again, I just need to lift that leg up a little bit higher. This is actually a really great exercise. One of the reasons is because not only does it develop your hamstrings, right, but it also provides that stretch. You know, again, you don't want to overstretch it. You don't need to overdo it, as your range of motion is going to start improving as the more and more that you do it. So, yeah, you get that stretch in the hamstring, in more of a dynamic, in a dynamic sense. But also, you know, you develop a good amount of strength when you provide resistance. So, like, let's say a kettlebell, a dumbbell, when doing this exercise. Yeah, I think this is actually one of my favorite exercises for the hamstring muscle. All right. Moving on to the next exercise. I believe it's inverted rows. Yes, inverted rows. And there we go. Now, one of the things that you want to do with the inverted rows is that it would be a good idea to make sure that the bar that you're using is at least waist high. And what's great about this exercise is if you have suspension, what do you call it? Suspension straps, like, you know, TRX TRX straps and stuff. You can adjust the height. Obviously, the higher you go, the easier it's gonna be. But anyway. All right, so what do I got here? Okay, decline plyo push-ups. I like to see how I perform here because I'm already exhausted, man. I'm already tired. So, again, not a big deal, but I feel like I am bending my knees a little bit too much. Yeah. So my goal is to do 30 seconds of plyo decline push-ups without stopping. That would be great. But like I said, this is like push-ups on steroids, man. That's going to definitely develop your upper chest. Get you really tired in the process. All right. So plank, knee to elbow. Obviously, I'm just performing a different angle here, just so that you can kind of like take a look. This is for your reference. Again, I'm lifting up my butt a little bit up too much in the air, and I do see a little bit too much rotation. So that's something that I'm going to have to work on the next time I perform this routine. All right. So that set is over.
Rest for 1.5 minutes. Second half of the routine.
Oh. Okay. One thing that I did want to talk about, and something that I did want to mention, and I did mention this in the video where I explain all of these exercises, is that one of the things that I'm focusing on is a lot more upper chest development, upper, kind of like upper, like body development in terms of like the shoulders and things like that. One of the things that I notice is that even with men who have a really well-developed chest, as we get older, everything kind of droops downward, right? So the whole point of doing a decline push-up and other types of exercises that focus on the that focus on the upper portion of the chest, like incline bench press and things like that, is really that's really kind of like a goal that I have, all right, is just to kind of like try to keep building up and up and up, rather than kind of like, because I'm 51 years old, so now it's like everything starts to kind of droop down very slowly. I want to try to maintain that that posture. So upper chest, definitely, try to focus a little bit more there than just regular chest. Anyway, so now I'm going to do the second set of exercises. Going to start with the one-legged calf raise. Now you can see I started to make a mistake here. I'm not holding on to anything. I'm trying to fight my balance at the same time. Not good. And as a result, my foot is moving in all sorts of directions. Now I kind of like realize, oh shoot, I got to hold on to something. So now I'm doing this exercise a lot better. Again, the emphasis is maintaining that time under tension. So you're constantly moving up and down. You're not stopping at the bottom. You're not stopping at the top. It's a constant, moving up and down, keeping that time under tension as long as you do the exercise, whether it be 30 seconds, 45 seconds, or whatever. So anyway, I remember that. I'm like, oh shoot, let me hold on to something, because it's just not effective to be trying to fight your balance with this exercise. It's just not that. All right. So now the next exercise is obviously rope curls. Same thing here. It's the same. It's basically you're performing this exercise similar to the calf raises. You want to maintain constant tension. You're not stopping in the bottom or stopping at the top. Now it seems to me I'm doing this exercise a little too fast. I need to kind of like slow it down. That pace is not that bad, but I need to slow it down a little bit more. When you slow this exercise down a little bit, you're definitely going to feel it in your biceps. So, all right. Next exercise is dips. Again, these are full body dips. Remember what I said about doing chair dips, or just the regular dips that you see people doing? I don't recommend using just one chair or one bench and having your hands behind you. That I think is just going to cause some shoulder injuries, or you're risking your shoulders. Don't bend your arms more than 90 degrees. It's unnecessary and can also lead to more injuries with your shoulder. All right. So, but the dips here pretty much look okay. All right. So now this is a side plank with a knee to elbow. All right. Now you can see I start doing it with my entire leg. Okay. So, but then I just could not keep going. So I switched to doing a side plank on my knee. Yeah, right here. It was just getting a little bit too much, but so obviously my goal is to do a complete 30-second knee to elbow side plank, full side plank, not a half side plank with the knee. Try to do the same thing here on the other side. Now let me tell you something. This is really challenging. You're just building up your core here by building up stability and strength in your obliques, in your gluteus medius, gluteus minimus. Those are all muscles that we kind of like tend to ignore, that can really help us build stability and strength in our core, that can help us with dealing with that lower back pain. All right. So here I am. I'm just going to now rest. All right. So I'm going to do this this set of exercises twice, like I did with the very first set of exercises. I believe that this whole routine is probably going to take you maybe about half hour tops. I don't think it's going to take you more than that. That's not including the warm-up. So look for that warm-up video that I'm going to be posting up as well. Again, warm-up should be low impact. It should definitely try to warm you up, or prep your body from head to toe. You want to try to warm up everything, and low impact. I don't like doing things like jumping jacks and stuff like that. It's just all that pounding on my back. I can do jumping jacks. It's not a problem, but I like doing jumping jacks after I warm up. Because when I warm up, it's just my body is ready, and then my back can take it. My back can take it a lot better. So, all right. So I'm getting ready to repeat the exercises again for the second time. All right. Starting with the one leg calf raise, or single leg calf raise, however you want to say it. All right, so another note, definitely when you raise your body up, try to raise your body up towards your big toe. You don't want to raise your body, kind of like towards your other toes. You want to try to keep everything nice and straight and nice and aligned there. All right, and the left leg. Now that's good. I'm obviously performing this a lot better than the first time I was doing it. And you could see just that time under tension. Now, I mean, if you want, you could put a block or a brick or anything to elevate your foot so you can get more of a full range of motion there. The only thing I would caution you on is not extending it too much, so you would kind of like pull your Achilles tendon, especially when you're under heavy load. All right, so here we go. Rope curls. All right, so I think that the pace is a little bit better here. You can see I'm adding a lot more tension. All right. Yeah, this is much better than the first time I performed the exercises. Much slower pace. So you can see all that tension you see, and that is what you're looking for. That's what you want. And you can adjust this, right? I mean, I'm only doing these exercises for 30 seconds. But if there's a particular exercise that you need work on, or something else that you want to build, then extend that time. It doesn't necessarily have to be 30 seconds or whatever. Again, no more than 30-degree angle on your arms. Don't tell me I stopped. Did I stop? Yeah, I did. My God. Dips is one of my forte. Anything that has to do with body weight exercises. I mean, I'm really good at body weight exercises. Obviously, I'm just like out of shape here. But that's not going to stay like that for long. All right. Side plank with knee to elbow, or elbow to knee, whatever. There you go. Starting with a straight leg. And I think I'm going to go with a bent knee, or half a side plank. All right, yeah. It was really tough. I should have moved those chairs out of the way. It was just getting annoying. Kept kicking it. All right, so now I'm going to do the other side. And then I think that's it. That's a wrap. All right. full plank, full side plank, and knee to elbow. All right. Yeah. All right. Well, that's it. That's a wrap.
That's it. That's the workout.
All right. That's great. All right. So a couple of additional comments. You can see that I timed this 30 seconds of exercise, 15 seconds worth of rest while I transition into the next exercise. Now, obviously, you don't have to do it that way. I did it that way to add a little bit more intensity. You can just go ahead and just do the exercises in that order, and you don't necessarily have to time them. And, you know, it really all depends on your preference, right? So I did the first set of exercises twice. I did the second set of exercises 2 times as well. Anyway, I hope you found this helpful. I'm going to keep doing that. So one of the things that I'm going to do is I'm going to put up 2 more routines. So like, for example, you'll have 3 full body routines. This one you can do on Monday, and then the other 2 you can do on Wednesday and Thursday, however you prefer. I do suggest having a day in between for rest. If you want to do 3 workouts a week, that's cool. 2 workouts a week, that's cool. You know, and like I said, it's definitely geared and focused to strengthen up your core. So, all right. Thank you very much for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you at the next video.